Hey, everybody. Welcome back to our podcast. If you don't remember this podcast, it's probably because you've never heard it before.
If you don't remember this podcast, you probably hooked yourself up to a forget-some machine.
Forget me not.
Forget-some.
Now. Not. No. No. Forget me don't. Like the flower, forget me don't. Hey, guys. If you need a surfboard, go ahead and call 515-151-515-155-5151, and you can get a surfboard for a low price of $1 million.
Surfboard Sponsor Week.
Surfboard Sponsor Week. It's like Shark Week, but it's on your television for now. Look at the TV. Look at the TV right now.
Wake the fuck up.
Look at the TV.
You're like, oh, I can't go surfing. I'm landlocked in my state. Oh,
Everybody look at the TV.
I live in fucking South Nebraska.
Everybody look at the TV.
South Nebraska. What am I
Nebraska.
going to do? I'm John Travolta's daughter.
I'm John Hart.
Wake the fuck up and go
Wake up,
surfing.
everybody, and smell the fucking waves.
It's gonna rain a lot someday, and you're gonna want to fucking get in a puddle and surf in it.
Yeah, baby. And you're probably thinking to yourself right now, wow. Thanks, everybody. Now back to the show.
We haven't had a sponsor on the show in a while. Have you noticed that?
I have noticed that, actually. It's kind of weird.
I hadn't until we just got that sponsorship. Until we just accepted that sponsorship before the show.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, it's been a while. But yeah. So
Oh, Tim.
uh-oh.
Have you ever had landlord issues?
No. I can't say I have. No, yes.
You have?
Yes, I
Yeah,
have.
remember the
Yeah.
thing you had with the one place we lived together?
Yeah, I forgot about that a little bit. But yeah, I forgot about that.
Let me tell you about something.
It
that
wasn't so
happened.
bad.
Remember when I told you about our gas leak that happened?
Yeah, I
Was that
remember
last
that.
episode?
No, it was 2 episodes ago.
That was 2 episodes ago?
Yep.
Mhm. So did I tell you that the guy fixed it?
You told me that he figured out what it was. I'm not sure that you told me he fixed it, but
Okay. Did I tell you that he came there and he fixed it?
okay.
And we had LG&E come back out, right?
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and they looked at the gas leak and they were like, no, it's still leaking from the house to the furnace, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so I was like, okay, good. Well, now I have to tell. Now is the time where my landlords didn't get the thing fixed.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I gotta do that again. Oh, Tim.
Yeah.
Oh, Tim.
I'm a little scared. What
So what else happened this week, Dalen? Well, we paid rent.
Okay.
On October 1st.
yeah, as you should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my landlord company went over. They transferred their. We pay through an app
Okay.
called Buildium, right?
Okay.
And they recently went to another app where we pay our rent, right?
Yeah.
So we moved over there, right? Moved all our stuff. We had to set up that stuff. We set that up, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so in our Buildium thing, usually we have it shows we owe however much money on our apartment, right? And then we can pay it and it'll be $0 balance, right?
Right.
And it showed that we had $0 that we owed in there on October 1st, even though we didn't pay it there. It was
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
We're good there. We didn't owe anything. And then so Emma would pay through AutoPay. I had mine set up I would do it automatic. I wouldn't do it automatically. I'd do it manually every month. But hers was set up through AutoPay. But she didn't turn it off because she was like, well, there's nothing in there because
Oh, yeah.
there's nothing.
Okay.
There's nothing that it should charge me for anyway because it says $0 balanced anyway.
Right.
It took out the $550
Oh, yeah.
that she owed, or it took out her half of which is $550.
yeah.
It took it out twice from her bank account.
Oh, cool.
Because it took it out from the one app and it took it out from the other.
Good. Yeah.
And
good.
she was like, there goes all my money. She went, there it went. There went a lot. There went all of it.
Yeah.
And so she had to reach and dig into her take all her savings to make it pull them out to make it okay after that. And
that's great. Cool.
That's really annoying. So she had to try and get in contact with our landlords, who would not pick up the phone.
Cool.
She called them
That's a
maybe
good sign.
30 times that day, and like the next day, about.
See, that's the worst. If you live in a place, and somebody is in charge of that place, and you have to give them money to live there, then when you call them, they should answer.
They should answer every time.
Yeah.
Not only would they not answer, sometimes they would hang up like right away.
That's cool.
Like
that's awesome.
Like, you know how it'll ring like a bunch of times?
Yeah.
And then, well, there would be times where she'd call and then
It's like,
they'd
they declined the call. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool.
Good to know.
Cool. Thank you for denying me the right to talk to
She
you.
emailed them like 2 or 3 times too.
Yeah.
And fucking nothing, right?
Yeah.
So on the next day, she was like, okay, well, I guess I'll have to go into their office, you know what I mean, to like see them and be like, hey guys, this is the problem, right?
Yeah.
What should I do?
Right.
Not necessarily give me my money back, because we don't know if it's you guys were the ones who took it, or we don't know where it went. But we need to figure it out, because
exactly
it got taken from me, basically. So she emails them saying, like, hey guys, I've emailed like a bunch of times, and I called like a bunch of times over the past couple days about my money being gone. If you guys can't like pick up the phone or like answer, I'm gonna have to like come in and talk to you guys. I'm gonna have to come in to the office.
Yeah.
So just let me know, And they replied with, they replied to that. They were like, what is with this unprofessional behavior? We will not tolerate the threats like this. What is the problem?
Pardon me?
And they emailed that immediately after that.
Yeah, so it's like, so you've been,
So-
we already knew that
knew.
but like now you're showing us,
Now
like,
you're not
hey,
hiding that.
I am paying attention to what you're doing. I just don't give a shit.
And like then she said that Emma was threatening, which she wasn't. I read it
Right,
back.
no,
I'm
yeah.
paraphrasing right now, but the most you could say, I guess that's a bit forward and snippy, being like, I'm gonna have to come in, guys.
Right.
But like, threat. Why are you taking that as
yeah.
a threat? We didn't say we're gonna come in and blow the place up.
Like, I guess
We
you're
just said,
technically threatening to come in, but that's not
what's threatening about that?
Yeah, it's
Are
not.
you not in office where we can do that?
Like,
In which she replied in the next email, I'm sorry, I didn't mean for that to be a threat. You know what I mean? I was under the impression that if you guys had an office, that it was open to things like that. If it's
Right.
not, I'm sorry for the misunderstanding.
Yeah.
But here's the problem that you asked about. And then they emailed back in a nasty way. They said, this is your fault. This is on you. You did this because you had autopay set up. You have to call Buildium, right? Because there's nothing we can do about it. So,
Okay.
how about you
so
fix
just
your
say
problem?
that. Say that right off.
Right off.
All right, and first of all, you shouldn't be like, "Hey, this is your fault," because like that, it shouldn't happen like that. That shouldn't have happened. I mean,
How is that? How is that my
I can
fault?
understand being like, "Oh, well, you shouldn't have done that," but
shouldn't have had
but you know what?
autopay on.
It shouldn't have worked like that either. So
No.
at the end of the day, hey, but like either way. Day one, first phone call, all you have to say is, oh, that's, you don't want to be talking to us, you want to talk to them. That's
Yeah.
all you have to say.
That's all you have to say ever. And you know how cool Emma would have been with that? Or I would have been with that? Fucking
You'd
cool.
be fine with that.
Cool as fuck.
Then you
I
could
don't
resolve
care.
your problem faster.
Yeah, that's all we're
in
trying
theory.
to do. I wish this story was over, but it's not.
It's not. No. I mean, of course it's not.
So she was like, she emailed back in
Yeah.
another way. She was like, I don't appreciate you talking to me like that,
Yeah.
saying it's my fault. I wasn't told that I had to turn my auto pay off,
Right.
and that would happen. So I was not under the impression that would happen.
Yeah.
If we're going to talk about unprofessional behavior, it's you coming out and blaming me like that. That's
Yeah.
unprofessional.
It really is.
And then they emailed back, you guys are the ones that are being unprofessional. I think the
Okay,
only
what are we doing?
yeah, right? Right?
What are
they
we
said
doing
it
right now?
again. I remember that part. They said it again. It's like, bro, what? Like, no, you're unprofessional.
No,
What?
you.
No, no, I'm not.
No,
Literally,
no, I'm
I'm not.
You're the one that's doing the child turn it around thing. Like,
She said, or she, I don't know if it's a she. I don't know who these people are. To
Yeah.
be honest, that's the biggest red flag. We never met these people. So
Oh, yeah.
keep your eyes out for that kind of stuff. They said, you guys are the ones being unprofessional. The only solution we can come up with is that we cannot continue to renew your lease. And we will cancel your lease. And that is what we're going to have to
that
continue
doesn't
with.
seem like the only solution.
I don't know if I'm paraphrasing, but
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
like, we can't go forward with your lease. You have to be out by October 31st.
Holy shit, dude. Holy shit, dude. So are you actually out? Are you?
Out, am I? Well, I mean, so they said that.
Yeah.
Here's
Oh my
here's
God.
a bunch of things that are wrong with that.
Yeah.
One, that's illegal as fuck.
Yeah.
Because this was at this point it was like October. I mean, what's the date today? Do you know
It's the 10th.
the 10th?
Yeah, I
So
think.
it's like maybe the 5th, the 6th,
Yeah.
right? It was a few days ago.
Yeah.
And they said like they're not legally as a landlord, you have to give 30 days notice
Right.
of moving out. So we aren't supposed to move out
Yeah.
on the 31st. That's illegal for them to kick us out that early.
That makes sense.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does. And it's like, how are you doing? You could have easily just said 30 days, you're out of here.
Yeah. Yeah.
November or whatever 30 days was.
Right.
It's like you could said that and made it so much fucking easier on yourselves.
And then really any normal place probably would be like, oh, well, you know what? They probably would kick you out after November, but I bet they would still make you pay for November is the
Yeah.
shit they would do. But that's the thing. They would do that.
Well,
and
we're
then
still-
and then you could be like, oh, well, I'm going to move out before then or whatever. But like they have to give you at least the time.
Mm-hmm. And with the stuff that had been going on, we were kind of debating if we were going to stay. We had decided like a month ago we were going to stay here. And
Right.
like I said, we've been doing all that work to like redo the house and make it look nicer.
Yeah, I knew you were planning to like do all this stuff
Yeah,
to,
we just
to make it
moved the
good.
whole living room and stuff around and
Yeah.
all that. And so that's out the window now.
Oh man.
And so, that's kind of got us in like a big tussle in a hurry to get our stuff figured out.
Yeah.
And so, but like one, they can't do that, and then two,
Right.
We talked to them now because we had to talk to our. Oh, they also said in that email too that we have our attorneys on the case right now, and you know what I mean. They will be issuing a statement to us. It's like what we didn't do.
Yeah, what did you do? You were
we
like
didn't do
you were like
anything.
Hey, you guys have more of our money than you're supposed to, and they were like, we're calling the lawyers.
Yeah,
You guys fucked up. We're calling the lawyers.
yeah.
Like,
Essentially,
what the fuck is that? See, in my mind, this was their master plan all along. They've just been waiting for one person to give them an extra $550. And they're like, we hit the mother load, guys. We're done. Back it up.
Back it up. We're done. We're gonna move to another city and do it again.
Like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is this?
I don't know. I think it's a good point. It might have been like a ploy to get extra money out of us or something.
weird.
Yeah,
I've never.
It is weird and it's
Yeah.
stupid. And here's the worst part about it.
Yeah.
You go. I'm not going to say the company's name for probably legal reasons
Yeah.
and other stuff like that. But
Yeah.
you go on. You look them up, and they have such shitty reviews of them. Of being
Not surprising after this.
Yeah, and telling like real stories of what happened. And every single 1-star review, right, of people being like, "This is my story of what happened with them," has a reply from them. Like the same way that they approached us, like, this is your fault.
Damn.
You're blaming us for. Yeah, man. I could pull
What's
them up
wrong
and read
with these
some.
people?
I don't know.
Holy shit.
I don't know, but it's really messed up, and so
Yeah.
we've been like scrambling, trying to find a place to live that is within our budget, which is not high, and we already don't have a lot of money because of. So what we did also is, Emma's amazing. She messaged them saying, because we talked to our attorney friend, like we can legally, we're supposed to get our deposit back
Right.
immediately.
Right.
They can't keep
Yeah.
that now because that's how that works in the state of Kentucky or whatever. I don't know. I'm still kind of outside of it. It's real confusing for me.
Yeah.
So we're getting our deposit back, and then on top of that, Emma. So they emailed us yesterday saying that now we don't have to be out until our. So what happens is, if they kicked us out in our lease, we wrote like in our lease that we signed, it's supposed to like roll over for another month,
Right.
and go to a month-to-month basis lease, right?
Yeah.
And so now on November 1st, and Emma said, since either you guys, so I missed out the most important part.
Okay.
She called Buildium, right?
Yeah.
This is where it came in. This is why we talked to our attorney friends in the first place.
Right.
Is because she finally got in contact with Buildium,
Okay.
and they were like, yeah, we can't do anything about that. That's on. They're the ones who have to refund us.
Which makes sense. That's what I would have
They're
thought.
the ones who have the fucking money.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They're like, we that was not on us. That came from them.
Right.
So, and they are the ones that got mad at us in the first place, saying that we had to talk to them,
Yep.
even though they were just like, no, which is what we knew what would happen.
Yeah. Yeah. And I saw that coming too. But I
forgot about that important
Yeah.
part. So that's why we emailed them being like, hey, either you give us our $550 back or I'm not paying for the next month's.
Right. Yeah. That
thing
that
to
makes
roll
sense. That makes sense.
I'm just not going to pay for it. You won't charge me. You can't charge me. You have
Like
that
you
money.
already have the money, so
Yes.
then we'll just be back on track, I
Naturally,
guess.
I'll have to pay for it still, but which
Right,
I'm not
yeah.
happy about. But that's nothing we can do about that.
Right.
I'm just upset that they kicked us out and made us. So now we have to roll over. I mean,
Yeah.
not have to. We could be out by whatever, but it's already rolling over. So
Yeah.
Anyway, so we were looking for a place, and here's the worst part that really upsets me. To get apartments in places, they have to do background checks, right? They
Yeah.
have to do credit checks, and they have to check like former rental history.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we've been on time with all our rent payments and everything like that, but this time, I don't trust them to tell them all the right information based
Yeah.
off of all those reviews I was reading of them going after these people who are telling their actual stories and being like, "Nuh-uh, this is what you did. You're just making excuses for this." And it's like, well, who are they supposed to believe?
Right.
These people who are doing background checks on us, they're obviously going to believe you guys, and I hate that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know what they're going to tell them. And it kind of sucks because it feels like I'm being evicted, even though I never
Yeah.
was.
No, it really does.
And it's not the same thing legally. That's not what was happening. And
Right.
no one else knows the situation.
Yeah.
And it's like, so we just found a place on a couple days ago that we're like, this place would be, fucking perfect. You
Yeah.
know, it's like it's in a nice area. It's like laterally, it's like a lateral move in terms of like paying for things. Like it's the same things. Like we just pay for electric in the place, and it's like the same price of the place, and so it's actually $1 cheaper technically.
Nice.
And the person we were meeting with was like super nice, and we wanted to be upfront with them because they're doing background checks and stuff on us now. And we're like, here's kind of, we're not going to tell you the whole. We had to text it to her because we tried to call her.
Yeah.
You know how things work. It's just you can't call anyone these days.
It's great.
No one picks up these days.
It's pretty great. Yeah.
Pick up the phone, everyone. Not that she was busy. I don't want to blame her.
No, I understand.
But it would have been easier because we could have been like, hey, because when we were meeting with her, she was all like, oh, this is how I am. Like, I just want to, like, you just tell me what's going on. I'm a human being. I get human being things. You know what I mean? We'll figure something out. Yeah. And so we had to text it to her. We're like, here's kind of the scenario, or here's the scenario. We can't go fully into detail. If you have any questions, please ask us. You know what I mean? We don't know what they're going to tell you, but we paid all our rent on time, and we've done all that. We've done all the stuff you're supposed to do when you're renting a place.
Right.
Right. See, I don't want them being like, oh, they're evil and they're threatening us and shit. And it's like, bro, what?
Which it very much, based on what you've told me so far, they absolutely would do that.
Yeah.
Like, that is not a crazy thing to think they might do.
And it's like, I don't know how to, it makes us feel like, which is such an evil thing to do.
It really is.
What an evil thing to do to people.
Yeah, you can't live here anymore, and we're going to try and make it so you can't live there either.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is, what?
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, I really hope that everything works out with that.
I appreciate it. So we'll see. And the sucky part is she hasn't responded yet either.
Oh, man. Yeah, so, that hurts.
And she was kind of responsive, too, and now she hasn't responded to that, and now we're like... Now she's sketched out about us, and it's like, well, what were we supposed? We just wanted to be upfront and say something,
right?
And have before they said something. And now I'm like, maybe we shouldn't have said anything at all.
Maybe, but it's so hard to know what to do.
There is no way of knowing. So yeah, I really want to call out that company, but that feels like defamation.
Yeah,
I won't say anything else.
But that, man, that's fucking crazy. That's insane. What the hell?
Yeah, man. Beware of cheap places.
Yeah.
Beware of cheap. I mean, it's not even like it was that cheap, but.
Yeah.
Fuck. What have you been up to? I gotta pee. That's kind of what I've been up to.
Everybody get out. Guys.
Yeah, what's good? This your boy Flo Rida. Yeah, what?
What?
Yeah,
Are you gonna like go to the bathroom?
Yeah, I'm gonna go pee. I'll be right back.
Bye.
I forgot we were doing the pod.
Hey guys. Yeah, no, sorry. I'm probably actually gonna have to cut all this. But here's the funny thing about life. You think that you're gonna go and do all these things, like edit a podcast, and if you're me, you generally find out that hey, we've got a lot going on. And when I say a lot going on, I mean like there are plenty of things that need to be done, but in reality you're not doing that many of them because it's difficult to find the motivation. And sometimes you fall into a deep pit of despair. And so you're like, yeah, I'll edit the podcast, but you might not. The reality is, oh, hey guys, look who's back. Yeah, this time this time's for keeps.
Hey, what's up? This is Stefani.
Sten Gufansti. Okay.
Hi, this is Daft Punk.
Yeah, what's good?
Hi, this is Daft Punk.
Hi, this is Daft Punk.
Hi, this is Daft Punk.
Hi, this is Punk. So if any one of you guys know a place to live, let me know and I'll live there. If any of you guys know a place to stay, just let me know and I'll live there. I know you motherfuckers already know of a place where you can rest your head at night. But just let me know. I promise I'll live there.
Hi, this is David Guetta.
If you guys know any place I can walk my dog, I will walk that dog. Promise, I promise.
Hi, this is Daft Punk.
Hey, it's Katy Perry.
If you guys know of a single place on Earth where I can fly a plane, let me know. I want to get my pilot's license.
What's up, y'all? I'm Beyonce.
If you guys have any idea where I might be able to, I don't fucking know, sleep, eat, shit.
Hey, it's Katy Perry.
Yo, this Outkast.
It's your dirty belly, I ain't.
Just fucking hit me up and tell me.
Hey, everybody, what's up? This is Britney Spears. Hey, this is Rihanna.
Yeah, what's good? This your boy Flo Rida.
Yo, what's up? We the Black Eyed Peas.
I fucking miss. I just want to sleep. Good night, I say to all. Good night, I say it.
What's up, everybody? I'm Eminem.
This is experimental music. You're listening to 98.9 FM. 98.0 FM. AM radio.
What's up, everybody? I'm Eminem.
What's up? This is Big Will Smith.
And if you guys know a single place where I can set my television, sit on the couch, have a nice IBC root beer because I'm not an alcoholic. That's my promise to you. That I'm not an alcoholic. You guys know a single place where I can sit there, dog by my feet, woman under my arms, both of them. A woman under both of my arms. Just one, though. Not two women. I want to make that very clear.
Just one woman.
Just one woman.
Just
I
one
am
woman.
faithful. I am monogamous. One woman just happens to be under both arms. You know a possible way I could do that. Hit me up in the comment section of this.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. We got.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. The bit's over.
We got some shit. We got people said stuff.
Who
Hold
licked
on.
our shit?
Hold on. People said stuff, and I
Did
gotta
anyone
pull it up.
lick our tits?
Probably the Church of Daniel Barmley was the episode they commented on. Let's see the responses.
Hey, what's up? This is Stefani.
0 responses.
Oh.
So I've been lied to.
What? Who told you that?
Maybe it was just telling us that we got responses to other. Like it was just telling us our total responses.
It's your dirty, alright?
Oh well, we got. No, I don't see responses to anything. Weird. I got an email that was like, you guys have 3 responses to your latest podcast. And then I open it up and it's like, you have 0 responses.
Shit, man.
So I don't know what that's about. If you guys commented on episode 73, The Church of Daniel Barmley, let
God
me know.
bless him.
I
God
guess,
bless him.
I guess you can. Oh, let me check YouTube.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah, maybe that's it. What was that? No, we'll never know.
Everybody put your hands in the
Everybody in your hair.
Put your hands in the.
Oh yeah. All right.
All right. Are you listening to the podcast right now?
Yeah. Let me look at the
Do you think we should
comment
change
section.
our theme song?
No. Well, maybe, but not yet.
Not yet.
We need something really good to succeed this. If we're gonna,
I feel like we should do the same theme song.
we're
We should
gonna-
just do it in another way.
we could do that. I'm not opposed to changing like what our intro is, but I think it's really good too. But we've been going for 73
years.
73. Yeah, no, I don't see any comments, so. Weird. All right.
You ever play Animal Crossing? That sounds like it. They're just saying to go build a hole.
Whoa, no. So let me tell you about my week. Oh man, I'm super behind on all of my classwork.
No.
Not super behind, I guess, but I'm behind. I'm definitely
Jim.
behind.
No, you're not.
Oh no. Oh god. And
I wonder if anyone finds your burps funny as I find them.
but so I didn't go to class on Monday because I wasn't feeling good. And then when I went on Wednesday, so we started the class by going to another class and seeing the work that they've been doing, because that's something that happens in the art school a lot.
That's what I've heard.
Some class will be like, "Oh, we're doing critiques and stuff. Will you come check out our artwork?"
Will you come?
And so we did that for like an hour, and then we come back to class, and I get to class after doing that, and my professor immediately, like before I start doing anything, is like, "All right, let me look at your work," because I didn't see you on Monday, and I'm like, well, fuck, I was expecting you to do what you normally do and just let me come to you when I'm ready. So I'm not really prepared to say anything about my work. So my thoughts weren't gathered. So I just like came up to her and I was like, this is what I'm doing. And I did this. And I think she took that to mean, oh, you haven't done anything, which is not true. But I did seem very unprepared, which is what happens when you say, hey, come here, tell me about everything that you're doing right now.
Yeah.
I seem unprepared because I am.
Yes,
Duh.
I get that.
But she, I think, took that as like, oh, you don't know what you're doing at all. And so she was like, you don't have any ideas, it seems like. So what I need you to do is just start doing sketches for the rest of class. And then at the end, I'm going to talk to you again. And we're going to look at the sketches. And I'm like, bro, that is not helpful for me right now.
That would piss me the fuck off.
Yeah.
I'd be like, fuck you.
I was like,
I mean, I'm unprepared.
Yeah.
Who are you?
I was like, actually, I have stuff that I was planning to try and get done in class today. And she's like, no, you need to just start sketching. You don't have enough ideas.
No, I'm going to do what I did,
like, okay,
what I need to do to finish this project.
I have ideas. You need to let me make the ideas, please.
How are you supposed to be an adult in a fucking classroom?
Right?
How are you supposed to be an adult? Because I would automatically be like, well, I'm paying you to be here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
You're not
difficult
paying
to
me
not
to be here. I'm paying you to be here.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and do the thing that will actually,
Right.
I will continue on with my project, actually.
Yeah. So because I thought she was like, we're going to talk about your sketches at the end of class. So I was like, fuck, I guess I'll do sketches. And I'm like, it's not the most unhelpful thing I could do. It'll probably generate some new ideas. Sure. However, I didn't get any of the stuff I had planned to do done.
If that's how you generate ideas, by the way.
Which it's generally not. And maybe it should be, but it's not. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so because this activated my just sincere fear of disappointing people that has been instilled in me from childhood.
I get it.
And so, because I could see in her eyes, like, she's like, oh, you're failing right now. You're doing bad. You're doing really bad.
I hate
that. And that just really killed me. And, a thing that probably almost everybody has is imposter syndrome. Mm-hmm. So I would say that almost everybody has had to have had that at least at some point. Mm-hmm. But from what I hear in the world of art and graphic design, it is particularly common. And, I'll tell you what, I feel it all the fucking time because there's not really a metric for like, oh, you're good at graphic design. Like, absolutely, people that know about graphic design can look at your work and be like, oh, you're good, or oh, you're not. So it is possible to determine. However, it's not easy for someone to determine about themselves. So it's really easy to be like, oh yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing at all, I guess. Mm-hmm. So that's how I felt for the rest of class. And I kept trying to talk myself out of feeling that way, but it was difficult to. And consequently, I worked a lot slower because I just couldn't get my mind to be like, yeah, you have ideas. You can come up with ideas. Instead, I was just like, no, I'm an idiot and I don't know what I'm doing and I shouldn't be here. Yeah. So I didn't really get much done that class, which I'm not saying that's her fault. But, like, that did not go well for me. Mm-hmm. And then, you know what?
I don't think that would go well for anyone.
She didn't even look at my sketches at the end, which I was glad that she didn't because I didn't get a lot done. But I was, like, also pissed that she didn't because I'm like, okay, so what was that for then? Yeah. like I understand the sketches were for me, not for you, but, like, I didn't feel like I needed them, and then you didn't look at them, so why did I do this? So I am not, and it's just made me more like this week I've been like, man, I don't have much school left. I only have one more class after this. I can do this, but oh fuck, I'm afraid that I'm not going to. Like, I'm not gonna quit. I'm not gonna quit at all, of course. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm so scared that I'm gonna like fail now. Which is I should be fine.
Fault.
I should be fine.
From what this story I'm hearing, that's her fault. That's not no.
And I feel bad about venting on podcasts like this because I don't want to spread that. But also, 12 people listen, so it's all right.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's all right.
I don't know if what your story was the fear of you disappointing, though. To be honest,
I mean,
I don't know if that's what that was. I think that's just. I mean, I'm not saying you don't have that. I'm saying that I feel like I would do the exact same. And I don't know if I have a fear of disappointing people. It's more just like, you're not. What's like? This is my grade. My grade is dependent on this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're coming up, and I'm out here like I think I have a good plan. You know, I think I have a good thing.
Yeah.
And you caught me off guard. You don't know the whole story,
Right.
and you're like doing this, and you're making that face. It's like, well, do you want to give me a second?
Yeah.
So I can tell you the whole story, or do you want? You know what I mean? I don't know.
So anyway, long story short, I'm frustrated about school.
I would be frustrated about
And
your school too.
It's really bad because I'm a terrible procrastinator. Like a lot of people are.
Yeah.
But like I'm really bad about it. And
Still?
oh yeah.
Damn. You
Now,
still get it done.
Here's
though.
the thing. I've only turned in like 2 assignments late ever. And I've turned in every assignment. I've never not turned in an assignment. So I get my shit done, you know, and like I get good grades on it too. But it's getting worse the older I get because I am like, why am I still in school? You know, like I'm not in the mental space for doing school anymore. Like at work, I have no problem sitting down, and I'm doing design work at work. I have no problem sitting down and fucking doing it. And honestly, it's a more narrow, like I don't get the freedom that I get, and maybe part of the problem is the freedom, but like I don't get the freedom to do what I want with the designs at work. So it's not really that fun of design work for the most part. Every once in a while there is something, but for the most part it's not fun design work. But I have no problem sitting down and doing it. I can do it.
Yeah.
But when it's a school thing, I'm like, I just can't motivate myself anymore, and I don't know how to fix it because I keep telling myself, I'm like, man, you're this close to the degree. The degree will help you get a better job than the one you've got
And
now.
you'll get paid
I'll
better.
get paid more. It's a very important thing for me to have, and I'm so close to it. It would be so dumb not to like finish strong, but I just can't convince myself to work on anything. I sit there and stare at my computer. It's like I feel this more with essay. You know, everybody's different, but for me, essays always make me feel like this.
Me too.
I haven't felt this much like that since the last time I wrote an essay. But I'm in the essay mindset right now, where I'm like, I just pull it up and I'm like, I don't know.
Oh no!
I don't even know where
no! Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, that's my thing with. That's what I'm not looking forward to for when I go back to school. By the way,
Yeah.
I got accepted into Ivy Tech,
Yeah.
so
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
I'm excited for you.
Thank you. I'll be.
I'm sorry
going-
for spewing all this. I hate school. Fuck school.
No, I think
but
we're in a difference. But you've been
I
doing
think-
it for 6 years,
Yeah.
so
I think that you'll be.
or you've been doing it since you were a child. Actually,
Yeah, I've never stopped.
You haven't stopped
You've
doing
had some
school.
time, and now you're coming back to it with, I want to do this.
yeah, I want to do it.
Yeah.
I just
never
want
really
to.
had I never wanted to do college. It was just kind of, I felt like I needed to.
You do.
And I do. Oh, absolutely I do. But never feeling like I wanted to has made it harder and harder as
Really?
it's
Wait,
gone.
you never wanted to do college?
No, not really.
Oh.
I just felt like I wasn't going to be able to live the life I wanted to live unless I did it, which is true.
You were way ahead of the game then.
Yeah.
Because it's like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But if you recognize that part, then it's like, oh, then yeah, you do have to go to college.
Yeah.
If you want. Depends on what life you want to live. Do you want to struggle? If you want to struggle, then.
And that's the sucky part.
Don't go to
Is
college.
like, even if you go to college, it's not like now you're not going to struggle. Like, it depends on how things
It
go.
all requires a lot of luck. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You got to have a lot of luck.
I wish it didn't work like that.
It doesn't work like that.
It doesn't have to.
No, it doesn't work like
It doesn't work like that.
I said it did, but now it doesn't.
Anyway, that's it for my school rant. So when are you starting?
Probably in January.
Okay.
I mean, not probably. I was accepted for January, so that's what I want to do. I want to start in January just so I can. I mean, I don't think I'll ever get it all figured out in between.
I mean, fair enough.
That's what I've been waiting for.
Yeah.
Is like I'm gonna go to school as soon as I get all this shit figured out, and I'm at the point where I'm like, oh, it doesn't ever get
Probably
figured
not
out.
gonna get it figured out. Yeah.
So let's just go to fucking
better
school,
just
bite
go.
the bullet.
Yeah.
And my dad's like, wait, hold on. I think I know a way. I have a friend who knows this guy who can get you in for free and to do all these things, and which sounds great.
It does sound great, but
We
like,
don't know if that's going to happen. And I'm like, well, I don't know if that's going to happen yet. If it's not figured out by the time, I'm going to start, I'm
Yeah.
going to take out some loans.
Yep.
And it fucking sucks. I don't want to do it, but here I go.
yeah,
If I want a job that can pay for to support me and potentially a family, this is what I got to do. So
yeah,
that's kind of where I'm at. And I mean, there's other options which I've tried. I've tried doing the electrician trade stuff, which, by the way, is the easiest trade thing to do. I've noticed from what
didn't know
I've
that.
seen. I don't know if that's the case, but from what I'm looking at and watching people do, I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I'm doing this.
fair enough.
I'm watching like masonry workers,
yeah.
and I'm like,
Man,
and I'm watching like fucking plumbers. Oh, no fucking thank you.
plumbing seems scary.
Plumbing is like, it's like electricity, but instead of the, or electric, but you're dealing with fucking gross ass water.
Yeah.
Instead of, wires. And that's
Yep.
it. You're building a bunch of pipes and like making it so it flows and does all this cool shit. And no. So I've tried that. And I'm like, you know what? This ain't for me. I need to do something where I'm like sitting and using my brain and like something that allows me to like I can focus on it and get it's something that comes a little bit easier to me than that. Not necessarily something that's easy, because none of it is if you want to make money, but
No.
something that comes a little bit easier to me than it does for others, or for so that's kind of why I'm going in school.
So what are you studying when you start?
I'm still debating if I'm going to go into cybersecurity or software engineering.
Okay.
But I know this first semester is just going to be
Yeah, it's kind of.
I'm just getting those fucking prereqs out of the way.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I'm
That
sure
makes sense.
I have enough to get a lot of those done, but I know that I still have some that I need to do, and I'm at this point I don't fucking care. Get it out of the way. I don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I totally.
Before
I know
was
exactly
like,
what you mean.
You can't be making me do this shit, and I'm not wrong about that. That's not a wrong thing. You shouldn't
I agree.
necessarily have to do those things, because it fucking chased me out of college.
There's at least got to be a better way.
Yeah. It chased me out of college for the first bit, and now I'm like, no, I don't care. I'll do it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's like, I'm going to knock it out and we'll be done.
It's literally not as hard as the other life that is not doing college. Because
Yep.
that's what I was trying to say. You need a little bit of luck outside of college, because you've heard so many times people not going to school and succeeding in another way. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Succeeding as in making a lot of money and being able to support a family. Not
Lots of people do.
If
but-
that's your definition of success, which isn't necessarily mine, but
Right. Yeah.
people getting lots of money that way, right? Like not going to school, but it's usually something that just doesn't like either work for me, like it doesn't fit who I am and what I do best, like, you know, trade work or like working in a factory or something like that, or you know, or you kind of have to get lucky and get these other positions and just work your way up through other things, you know what I
Right.
mean? And that you there's no like, you can't control your destiny that way.
No.
When you get a degree, you can be like, well, I have this at least.
Right. Yeah.
I at least have this. I can
Yeah.
tell you I can do these things, and people are willing to pay you more
Yep.
to in those jobs.
Yeah.
Now, it
And you're
depends
more
on-
likely to get the job. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on what you're getting your degree for, though.
Of
Like
course.
before I was getting my degree in film and
Yeah.
theater. And like I said, that's basically not going to school at all, because you still need to rely on that luck factor of like meeting the right people and going to do the right things to get any sort of money. You know what I mean? That's what happens in those degrees.
Yeah.
Which fucking sucks.
It really does.
But yeah. And that's why I'm going into something in IT, because it's like, well, people are hiring them.
And the thing about that's good and nice that people, I feel like, don't say enough that would be helpful to know is that, like, just because you have a degree in whatever you get your degree in doesn't mean that that's the only job you can do when you graduate. Like, every degree has a lot of opportunities that you might not even think of. And then on top of that, just the fact that you can put that you have a degree on your resume helps. If you decide you want to do something else, it'll be tough. It'll be harder to get a job in a different, like, field, but having a degree in anything helps. Yeah. And if you're getting a job in something that is adjacent to your degree, even if it's not directly that, I mean, that's a huge step above no degree.
It is. So, and no experience on that, too. And
absolutely.
That's all people want is experience.
Yeah,
in
that's
the first
thing.
place.
Like, sometimes with stuff like that, it's like, you may not have experience directly in this job, but you have experience that's related, and that makes a big difference to people. So getting a degree is a big deal.
Yeah. It's too bad it's too fucking expensive.
Yeah, it really should. They should figure that out. Somebody should figure that out.
They should. No.
Oh, wait, I think they have some places. Oh, crazy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was... What am I, stupid? They have figured that out and everywhere else. They figured it out everywhere that is a first world. Billy used to work on a brat. Yes, oh my God, he has all that stuff he loves. He loves. Gina eats a burger all day. She tastes all the meat. She eats it up so young. So young. We gotta hold on to a hamburger. Eat it all up. Gina ate that shit. And Billy Bob Joe John Young just said he got stuff. He has no more stuff.
Half.
Whoa!
Whole.
Half!
Hey guys, you've been listening to Chronic Nonsense, and it's probably time that the show come to an end.
It's probably about that time. Did you enjoy yourself this episode? Did we say anything that made you cackle?
Did you feel like we were talking to you? Because we might have been. No, we weren't. No,
I wasn't talking. I was talking to my friend Tim.
If you have any thoughts about this episode, feel free to share that in the comments on YouTube or on Spotify. We'd love to hear from you. And if you all are ever wanting to figure out a way to get the people out of the void, go ahead and